What you are about to hear is highly classified. Pay attention and listen at all times. And most importantly, remember, what happens at Comic-Con stays at Comic-Con. Except for, all the information that floods the entire internet, social media, and people that call into this show to tell us what's going on straight from the show floor. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now entering the San Diego Comic-Con 2015 episode of Zone 4. And welcome back to the Zone. I'm Brant Fowler.
I'm Chris Ventura.
I'm Michael Ventura.
And our fourth is missing in action. John, I don't know where you are, man. It's Comic-Con. I think he's on. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to get there. He's hitchhiking. I don't know what he's doing.
I thought you were going to say, John, I don't know where you are, man, Wilson. Wow. You had an opening for it right
That would have been perfect, yeah.
And you sailed over it.
I did.
So it's too late now.
I know. I can't go back. It's gone. But it's all right. Yeah. What? In all seriousness, John may join us. Doubtful. He's having tech issues, so we'll see what happens, though. Hopefully, we'll get to bring him in. But we are going to have another guest in just a few minutes. Chuck Moore, who is at San Diego Comic-Con, is going to call into the show and talk with us from the convention floor, so that's going to be exciting. We'll hear his take on the... I think this might be the first time, at least since I've known him, that he's gone to San Diego not to cover it, but to kind of, he's there for work, but he's also enjoying it, so it's a little bit less pressure. So
I would love to go to a convention just once to enjoy it instead of covering it. I wonder if the experience would be the same, honestly. I don't think it would, because you don't think about having to do interviews or having to catch people. I wonder if it would be different.
It's just buying a lot of stuff and then...
Right.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. The very first convention I went to, I went with a press pass, but I didn't go as press. That's just how I got in. Anyway, I actually did do a couple of press things just to justify it. I sat in on an interview with the creators behind the Gotham Knights animated movie. So I got to talk to Bruce Timm and Brian Azzarello and all those. So that was really cool. But most of the con, I was kind of networking. I was trying to get lettering work at the time and stuff. But I did get to enjoy that con, just walking around and shopping and seeing what was what. So it was fun. It was the only one I've ever done like that, because the very next convention I was at, I was setting up at a table. So,
That's going to be the story of my life.
Exactly. But we should mention this is episode 311 of Zone 4, and we are proud members of the Comics Podcast Network. You can find us each episode on comicspodcasts.com. I actually remembered it at the front of the show this time.
Hey!
First time in like 5 episodes, but that's all right. And you can find us on Zone 4. You can't find us on Comic Related anymore because it's sadly over. But we'll talk more about that later. It's kind of
a little too chipper, don't you think, Michael? He said that. It sounded very chipper.
It's just funny because this is the first year since 2008, I think, that I have not covered San Diego Comic-Con for Comic Related. And Chris, from last year, what our sessions are covering it. When obviously you and I have not had the pleasure of going to San Diego Comic-Con. So for years I've sat at my computer and watched all the news and all the panels and everything and reported written articles, so on and so forth for Comic Related. And it's really fun because we get together online together and we're just bouncing back stories, posting left and right all night long, every night for the duration of the convention.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it's a blast kind of seeing it all come in and seeing the your work on the screen and everything.
Along with finding out expectations of what will happen at the convention with news and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's fun and it's exciting, and it's just weird that even though I am helping out with some of the coverage on Comic Frontline, it's not exactly at the level that we did it for Comic Related, because we kind of went crazy.
The problem is this year Mike Spiderslayer and I are very, very busy. That's why he's not here tonight. And
Yeah.
summer schedules are just hell for me. This will be my last hell year for summer, I hope. So things will be looser next year to do stuff like that. But it's been 2015 has been a very, very busy year in both the positive and negative way. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just agreeing with you. It definitely has, but the thing is, I don't want to downplay Comic Frontline's coverage of it. We're just doing it a little bit smarter, where we're focusing on the most important stories to come out, as opposed to here's everything that we can possibly find, which is what we did on.
We could always cover all of that later in like a couple, group them together in several little post San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, and what we did on Comic Related was great when we had time to do it. But life gets busy, and you don't have as much time to devote to that kind of stuff when it's not your full-time job or whatever. So it was fun doing it, but it was also a lot of pressure. And when it was over, it was kind of like, okay, I'm just going to decompress and not post anything for 2 days, and just relax. And it's just weird. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of a relief. At the same time, it's kind of just that's at this time of year I'm usually doing this kind of stuff, so it's kind of weird in a way. That's all.
Yeah, no, I agree. This year is definitely different. I mean, the past 2 years, like you said, I've been with you guys on Comic Related. Last year was Related and Frontline. This year it's just Frontline, so it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's very weird. And also my schedule this past week has been so busy that it's like I missed out on Thursday, Friday. Hopefully tomorrow and Sunday at least I get some extra coverage in. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, which is great because, Friday and Saturday are usually the biggest days, Saturday being the biggest day of the convention. So that's when all the major announcements will probably happen. So that's cool. But that is why... Yeah, go ahead.
That's a good major announcement for Saturday for me. I'm getting a haircut.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I need one myself. But yeah, that's why we're doing the show. We're going to be talking about some of the news that has come out. You mentioned Mike Spider-Slayer. Thank you. I neglected to mention that he was supposed to be here tonight, but his schedule got very unexpectedly busy today. He had to fill in for somebody, and he was up since 3 o'clock and wasn't going to get home until we were already well into the show. So, we miss him, but totally understandable. Excuse me. So, we've got under 10 minutes before Chuck joins us. I don't know where do we go from here. I don't want to get deep into news discussions before since he's going to come on in a few minutes.
I have something really good that's like a pre-San Diego Comic-Con piece of news that I really personally have no really huge opinion on, but it's something we can talk about for 10 minutes. Marissa Tomei is actually going to play Aunt May.
Yeah. That's
how young. They're going to have a hot Aunt May, I'll tell you that much.
And well, true, but okay, I've been thinking about this, and I've seen these kind of comments all over the place. I actually did the story for this on Frontline, because this broke like Tuesday, was it? Tuesday or Wednesday?
And yes, you did.
Yeah. So, yes, she looks young, and she's still very attractive, but she's actually 50 years old.
God bless her. How the hell did she do it? I want to look that way when I'm 50.
Well, because she's rich and lives in Hollywood. I don't know.
There you go. That's the money.
Yeah, but
the money.
But the thing is, if you think about it, they're going for a younger Peter this time around. He looks younger anyway. I'm assuming he's back in high school, that kind of age bracket. A 50-year-old aunt makes sense, and she's from Brooklyn.
Yes, she is, and she has a very, very thick New York accent.
Yeah, I mean, she played in My Cousin Vinny, and she had a really great accent. And she was also in Different Worlds sitcom, I believe.
Yes, she was.
And she was in other movies as well. But she's a great actress.
I loved her. I can't watch My Cousin Vinny anymore because our father watched that to death. But when we did watch it, Marissa Tomei, I love her. I'd marry her. Yeah. I don't care how old she is.
Joe Pesci was the one who played Vinny.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right.
How do you say Vinny? It's Joe Pesci.
Oh, he played Vinny in the...
And also in Home Alone as well. What? You did?
Oh, Lord.
I personally think she's perfect for the role just because I would love to see her in the role.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, it's the comments have been, I don't want to think of Aunt May that way. But I think age-wise it makes sense. And if that's the direction they're going for, they've kind of over the years, both in the Ultimate Universe and the main 616, even though her age hasn't changed, they have kind of de-aged Aunt May in a way that she's more lively.
Well, if you remember in the Ultimate End, issue 2, when Pete was visiting Ultimate Aunt May, he's like, "You're so much younger than my Aunt May."
Exactly, and we know that's where they're getting a lot of their material is from the Ultimate. The younger, it's kind of a mix mash universe that the movie universe has, but a lot of it is pulled from the Ultimate kind of sensibilities.
I think that's why they're mix mashing the actual Marvel universe with the Ultimate Universe at this point. But I don't understand why Marvel has to make their comic universe identical to their movie universe. I thought the movie universe was unique because it was different from the comics. You have the original material, and then you have the Hollywood material. And, Hollywood blows things... Shut up, Michael. Hollywood blows things out... Don't even talk until I'm done. Hollywood blows things a bit out of proportion. So
rude.
I expect things... Because I know what Mike's going to say. That's why I'm not Hollywood blows things out of proportion. It's big lights, big special effects, and big stuff. When it comes to the comics, it's like, this is where you can stay true to your source material. This is the original. It doesn't have to be like the movie.
I don't think... Go ahead, Michael. I know you got something to say. I'll let you.
I was just saying, they're just sticking with the present. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to say that, did you?
Actually, yes, I did. That's why
No, you did not. No, you did not. No, you did not. So I'm saying they want to just stick with the present. I mean, they can't make it identical like the comic book.
Right.
But they just want to change some stuff around to make it a little bit different instead of just following the same format of this how Spider-Man got his powers, like for the umpteenth time already. And just, move forward into something new.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree that they totally make the 616 universe exactly like the movie universe, but we've seen that since they started doing, not since the very beginning, but when they came out with X-Men, and they transformed all the outfits for the X-Men and brought on Grant Morrison and gave them all leather. We've seen that before, but it's just elements. It's kind of, I think the reason they do that is to give potential new readers that came in because of the film, which honestly is a very low percentage, something familiar, something that they're used to, even if it's not the same exact characters or the same exact stories. It's something familiar that can draw their eye to it, I guess.
Yeah, it is true.
So I don't know. I don't agree with it or disagree with it. It is what it is, in my personal opinion. But
I like the way Bryan Singer did some of the X-Men, but his best work comes from House. I love that series on TV.
House.
Okay.
Only series I watch that I like that involves doctors, because I'm not an ER person or anything.
I watched the entire run of ER, all 10 seasons.
God bless you. Dude, when George Clooney left, that series tanked, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, it did. But still. Alright, I believe... Let's see, I want to verify. Okay, Chuck just texted me. He is ready to go at any time. Before he gets on, I just want to say real quick, today is actually both my mother and my brother's birthday. So
happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday. Alright, so we should bring Chuck onto the podcast.
Chuck's not allowed to wish anybody a happy birthday.
No, he's not. See, that's the problem. We've had issues in the past. It didn't end pretty, so we just I'm joking.
There was a drunk clown.
Yeah.
We don't want to go further into that either.
Right. And he sent me a picture of a Spider-Man car, I think, or something. I don't know.
Spider-Man.
I'm texting him back to see if he wants me to bring him on via Skype or phone.
And then we played a do.
And in the meantime,
over here.
In the meantime, I'm going to enlarge this picture and see exactly what it is.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, it's a Skylanders.
I just want to be sure and not get the game show wrong or anything.
Oh, it's a picture of him in front of a Skylanders supercharged life-size car. He's sitting in it, actually. Okay. Wow.
Wow.
That's kind of awesome. And he's giving me like, I don't know what, he's doing weird hand motions towards the camera. I don't know what's going on there. But it's interesting. If I can, I'll get it off my phone. If he gives me permission, I'll share it in the notes. That's pretty cool. Chuck loves pictures, so I'm sure he won't mind. Phone. All right, I gotta bring him in via phone. So I've got to add. How do I add a person via phone?
It's always technology.
I would say it's live, folks, but it's not. So.
There's a bit of dead air. We'll edit it out later.
There's not gonna be dead air because we're just gonna keep talking, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna keep talking.
Talking.
Just continue to talk. Marissa Tomei and Spider-Man getting the
What?
And
What?
as a result, we are
Ben.
all gonna eat Cheerios and watch it and like it. Whatever
Uncle
we
Ben.
see.
Uncle Ben is the luckiest.
Who eats Cheerios in the movie theater?
Who the
That's
hell
weird,
is
dude.
you?
Well, I was waiting for one of you to say something about it. I'm like, hello.
Jeez.
Wait, what's wrong with eating Cheerios? They're having a little, whatchamacallit, those,
Who eats cereal when they watch TV movies?
What movie theater are you going to? I'm not. They give you milk too? What's?
Club.
The Breakfast Club movie theater.
Hey, you know what? That would actually have a
You
great...
open up a small movie theater and give away breakfast food instead of popcorn.
It's going to be a large theater with lots of Lucky Charms, Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios, and Rice Krispies,
All right.
too.
Then we're gonna bring Chuck in now because this is getting out of hand.
Please! Thank you.
Oh Lord.
Worst segue.
That is the worst segue ever. It's ringing.
It's ringing.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
I knew you were going to say that.
Of course you would.
Hello.
Hello. Now, thank goodness we got Chuck
Zone
more
4
line.
podcast. How you doing, guys?
Doing all right. We were going down a weird hole talking about cereal and movie theaters. I don't know what was going on, man.
My brother's opening.
What? Wait, what?
It was weird, dude.
My brother's opening up a Breakfast Club movie theater. Don't ask. It's a long story.
Look, I could have dream visions, and you can't ruin them or stomp on them, so let's continue with Zone podcast and leave the Cheerios.
Yeah, please, let's leave the Cheerios alone and talk to our man on the street, kind of. How you doing, man?
So literally above the street. I'm on a balcony out on the edge of the San Diego Convention Center. I'm literally overlooking the Gaslight District as I speak. I can see an Assassin's Creed test course in the distance, Hard Rock Cafe, all kinds of stuff. But how you guys doing? All fun?
Well, yeah, we're having fun.
Nothing boring here, man. It's nothing going on here.
Right. Well, I think we're just all jealous of you right now. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Who else on the show this week?
We got Chris and Mike. John unfortunately had some technical problems, so he is not with us.
Oh no! Okay.
Yeah, and
he's just in protest of me coming to San Diego.
That's what it is. Yeah.
He's unwilling to join me.
Yeah, he couldn't talk to you. It was just too hard.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. It's been a heck of a great experience this year. I've really enjoyed it, especially not, having a whole lot less responsibilities, just having to focus kind of on one company thing has been really kind of cool. It's been a very different experience for a show for me. Yeah,
we were actually alluding to that before you got on, how, it's the first time since I've known you that you haven't gone for comic related. So.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people mention that fact.
Right.
I've been surprised. I've had people from comic companies that I'm in meetings with going, so why'd you end comic related? Like, wow.
Wow.
Where were you guys paying attention, like, when we were actually doing this thing?
Exactly right.
You should have faked closing the site years ago. This would have been a whole lot different now.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, come on. But anyway, no, it's been interesting because this is the first, I've always been here. I've been really focused on comics. Mm-hmm. And I love comics. I've still been paying attention to it. And, hung out in the ever-shrinking and soon, if rumor is true, disappearing Artist Alley. Artist Alley did not have a sponsorship this year. I've heard from 2 or 3 different creators that it will not exist again next year.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
That all the artists will have to buy booths, essentially. They will not be in Artist Alley. But that's just a rumor, of course, unsubstantiated.
Right.
But this is the first year I've really been here talking to toy companies. And I gotta say, that's a wonderful experience. Just sitting down with these people and who are making action figures and statues, because there's just so much eye-popping candy at San Diego. I can't take photos fast enough, and in between meetings, I'm snapping my camera all the time.
Yeah, that's the way it is with the Marvel Legends and everything. Yeah, Brant, and the toys that are there.
Any that caught your eye that you like, that interest you?
I'm having a little. I'm sorry, man. I'm having a little hard time hearing some of you, but I apologize.
Yeah, Mike was he was just asking if there were any toys that jumped out at you that really interested you.
Oh my God, it's the cross up. There's a lot of stuff like stormtroopers in samurai gear. I mean, just all the experimental stuff. There was this whole I forget which booth it was, but there's this whole thing where they took R2-D2s and just modded them up. Or like all kinds of invited artists to do like different designs with R2-D2 in the center of it. It's just there's a lot of creativity in modding and changing things and adding new twists on costumes and everything from the Japanese kind of influence on some of the traditional DC characters. There's like some killer. There's a Batman kind of based on the modern comics. A lot of Batman stuff throughout the show. It's really been. And some beautiful figures that I just, pretty incredible stuff. But as far as standing out, I got to admit being overwhelmed. Everything stands out. Everything is just like popping in your eye every 3 seconds. I discovered a whole second video game area with, the Avengers statue thing that is at the end of the Avengers movie, and original Star Wars pieces that were screen used all throughout. There's like different places that I'm just blown away. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Right. So it sounds like you had a really great experience with the toys.
Still there.
Yeah, with the toy experience.
Still have it. I'm literally standing in the middle of it. I mean, I walked off the show floor about 15 feet, went out a door onto a balcony, and I'm going to walk right back in as soon as we're done here. So I'm still.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to the Gaslight District tonight and have a few drinks with some comic creators, and bumped into Ben Templesmith and a bunch of others. A lot of people that are good friends, kind of get to see, and it's fun. It was funny. I think he and his wife were buying a Star Wars bag. There's like a little purse, Star Wars purse, when I bumped into them a minute ago. But let's see. So I've made it to no panels because that's kind of my standard thing here in San Diego. Because the Star Wars panel that took place today, if I understand correctly, they were lining up for at 10 a.m. yesterday.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All night. I mean, I had a person that I'm staying with in the same little area that was literally coming over at 3, and she couldn't even get in. So,
wow. Yes.
3 a.m.
Brian Bendis was saying that they were announcing something huge at that panel. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. I haven't heard yet. No. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't. That's the thing. And Brant, you know this really well. The only way to really cover news in San Diego is to not be here.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I went home last night and checked my email to see what all the big announcements were. I mean, it's just eye candy, and quite honestly, I'm here doing a whole lot of like face-to-face meetings. And,
unless you have a staff.
Met people at Hasbro for the first time, and
wow, nice.
And sat down with them and getting all the latest on the Transformers and.
Yeah.
Sadly, My Little Pony and all kinds of things. But anyway.
Yeah, but unless you have a staff of like 10 or 15 people that can be at every panel, it's just impossible.
It can't. And, I don't see anybody. I mean, the reporters, I'm sure, are all around. Mm-hmm. You don't see them. It's just so... And that's probably because they're all in the panel rooms and I'm not. But there you go.
That's all right, though.
See, I've bumped into Edward James Olmos, Stan Lee... I've got to see who else, hung out with, Lloyd Kaufman from Troma Pictures for a little while, a short bit ago. Who else? Bruce Campbell today.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's lucky.
Stars are definitely around.
Yeah, I saw that picture with Edward James Olmos. I was jealous.
I actually got to have a decent conversation with him. He's a really nice guy and a really smart guy. And
cool. Yeah.
Keeps you on your toes. I like him.
Nice.
I've always had a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, totally. So say we all.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But a friend of mine bumped into Peter Capaldi earlier, and that has me jealous. The latest Doctor from Doctor Who. But
yeah, you are a Doctor Who fan. That's right.
I am. I will admit, yes, absolutely.
I don't say that with any insult intended at all. I was just saying. Just so we're clear.
He's looking away from his computer. He's not angry. Yeah. No insult.
Oh man, so that's awesome though. That I mean, I'm happy for you that you're getting to enjoy the show on a different level.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you're still there. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, obviously you're still there, work related, but it's completely different. So as you said.
Yeah, completely different. Yeah, and you know, I was trying to do it like when I did it. I mean, admittedly, New York I go all the time. San Diego is more of a special thing for me. I mean, last time I was here was 2009.
Right.
And 2009 was all about kind of seeing the fan experience, and I tried to live blog that through CR. Mm-hmm. So I've kind of done that. This is a little more work related, but it's always been a little bit different show for me. It's weird. It feels smaller this time than it did in 2009. And I don't know if that's just like little kid eyes versus adult eyes, you know, having done more shows since then. It felt so huge in 2009, and it still feels big, but it just doesn't have, I don't know, maybe I'm jaded by this point, but it is deeper, denser, there's more stuff to see. I feel like I can't see everything, and you're so bombarded. You have to get out for a while, come back in, and then you're just like, it's visual overload.
Yeah.
They have gone with the outsourced security here.
Mm-hmm.
It's ProStaff, I think it's called, and they're becoming more common with a lot of comic conventions across the country. And they are a corporate entity that comes in and does all the staffing for shows. And I gotta say, if my staff treated people like I've seen these people treat people at San Diego Comic-Con, I would lose my show. That's the one downside I can say. Is the staffing has been brutal on people.
Wow.
They don't allow people to stop walking. Like they'll tell you if you stop to sit or you stop to pause or you want to use your phone, there's always somebody right there saying, "Got to keep moving, got to keep moving."
Wow.
And they really are hurting people like cattle is one way to kind of put it.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep things moving, but it does take some of the experience away.
Yeah.
You can't bump into anybody of note without having somebody over your shoulder kind of yelling, keep moving, you know?
Yeah.
Get your photo and go. And that, I don't like that, quite honestly. I mean, that was not here in 2009. That is different now.
Right.
And it is, I understand that's crowd management, but there's polite crowd management and then there's aggressive crowd management.
Yeah,
that is the only one complaint.
Yeah, you don't want it to feel militant or regimented like that.
Yeah, and this absolutely does.
It ruins the experience, especially when you have those like displays where you want to stop and look, and they're like, "Nope, move."
Yeah,
move, and you can only look at it.
Yeah, keep it moving.
Yeah,
that's
ridiculous. It's something that you want to see and take a picture of.
I'm glad they didn't do that at New York Comic Con. They didn't do that last year at New York Comic Con. I hope they don't do it this year. I hope they don't do it this year.
I mean, they can't be that strict with rules because you have so many of these fans who are going into the conventions to take these pictures, along with being like super fans of something, and they want to have fun. And then you get these people that just say, "Oh, move along, let's go," and all this and that. I mean, then where's the fun in that? That just ruins everything, and that just ruins the whole experience of just taking the picture and sharing it, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, or any other computer source account you have.
Yeah, and the thing that struck me the most is it takes one of the huge aspects of Comic-Con out of Comic-Con, which is interactivity with other fans.
Right.
Yes.
This feels a lot more like a visual experience you move through, where most shows I go to feel like a place where you come together to be with your culture.
Exactly.
And that is one thing that I am a little disappointed. And New York has not lost that. New York is staffed by New York Comic-Con Read employees, and on that respect, kudos to them, because it's a much better experience in my opinion. And quite honestly, I will say the show floor feels bigger in New York. Like size of show floor.
Yeah.
And it may not be, and it may just be like the density level of stuff that's on this floor that makes it feel smaller. But I definitely feel like there's more to see in San Diego. But space-wise, it feels smaller to me. I can walk the show floor a lot quicker here than I feel like I can walk into New York, even in a heavy crowd.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Not only that, but New York.
Yeah, well, the two shows, I mean...
Go ahead, Chuck.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Oh, sorry. No, just to say, I mean, New York Comic Con this last year was the bigger show, so that makes sense to a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least Artist Alley.
Or debatable. I know everybody argues those numbers, but...
It was close. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was saying at least Artist Alley for New York Comic Con, it's still that whole wing in the Javits.
Yeah, I love that wing. I do. And I'm not meaning to diss on this one. This is an incredible experience. It's like no other experience you're going to have across the country. But you got to realize coming to the show, it is a different experience.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I do like the Gaslight District. The show has spilled out into the streets a lot more. I know New York has done that too, but and they literally have taken over the neighborhoods, taken over the restaurants, the bars. I mean, it goes on for blocks outside the convention center where that was just a small thing before. I mean, like I mentioned at the start, there's a whole experience out there for Assassin's Creed that you can go through an obstacle course. I mean, there is Walking Dead areas you can go between the buildings and I guess run from zombies. I didn't do it. I don't know what's back there, but all kinds. There's a Heroes Reborn pavilion in support of the new show, which I didn't even know was coming back and is. There's, so many things out there that I discovered. Yeah, I discovered on a pedicab that there's a Muppet show coming back. I mean, just, I don't know where I've been, living under a rock.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, that was all over Facebook.
Been a little busy.
Yeah, no, you definitely have. That's funny. We through Comic Related before we closed, we actually got we got access to watch the pilot. So it's funny that you didn't
really?
know. Yeah.
Oh wow, cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well.
You've had a lot on your plate. You've had a lot on your plate.
Yeah, derby, weddings, little stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah.
just tiny stuff. So what do you have planned for the rest of the convention? Obviously, you're going to be doing a lot of more meeting with people and talking and stuff. But beyond that,
I met with about half of the comic companies I want to meet with. I've gotten most of my work done for toy companies. So a lot of the upper tier comic people. Had a killer meeting with Image Comics today. I'd never kind of gotten that deep in with their staff as I did today. I got to sit down with a lot of the people who kind of run the digital side of things there and then the thing that's exciting to me is actually getting deeper into some of the corporate side with some of these companies and getting to know people on a different level than I had a chance to do with Comic Related. I mean, when you're reporting on it, you get one level, and when you're actually kind of interacting with industry, it's a deeper level. It's fascinating to me. It is kind of. I'm living a dream, and I will not apologize for that. This is a lot of fun. I will not say that for a second. I'm having fun.
Oh, absolutely. We should mention that you're talking about Complete Set when you say you're there for work.
Yeah. I'm here for Complete Set. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Download it on iPhone today, now, immediately. It's available, of course, and also coming soon for Android.
Absolutely.
Good, because I have an Android.
Yeah, I know
I have it's coming. We hired our Android developer. He started this week. We're porting it over. It will be on Android as soon as we can get it recoded for it.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what's the coolest costume you've seen so far?
I saw an incredible freaking Hawk Girl
Nice.
that had wings that were not just hang off side, but up in the air,
wow.
Archangel kind of crazy looking. I have seen lots of sexy costumes this year. That's definitely a trend. Lots of butt cheeks hanging out.
Wow. Well, you are in California after all.
I think really you're going to see the killer costumes tomorrow, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Saturday is the day for cosplay here.
Right.
And I wouldn't say anything 8 foot tall craziness yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen good costumes. I haven't seen great costumes.
Okay.
So I definitely think you're going to see them come pouring out tomorrow.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to share with us before we? I'm sure you've got.
Any of my photos. If Comic Frontline wants to run anything, more than welcome to, guys.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely.
Just grab and use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full support to the new era of comic related over at Comic Con.
There you go. I was telling them the picture you sent me on my phone. With your permission, I was going to put in the show notes for this podcast. That's awesome.
That's why I sent it to you.
Yeah. All right.
Some crazy Skylanders display. I mean, this monster car doing the Doctor Strange fingers.
Yeah. Yeah, I might use that as the thumb, actually. See.
Oh, you notice? Oh, well.
I might use it as the thumb for the podcast and put the San Diego logo over it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's just, I mean, all kinds of interactive displays and stuff. I feel like there's no way to do it justice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's something you got to experience at least once, right?
You do. It is truly where all nerds must go one time in their life. You know, it is the Holy Land.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's next on your agenda?
Next, getting married in a few weeks. No, I'm kidding. No, tonight, like I said, I'm meeting up with some friends over in the Gaslight District. Right. I'm going to see what kind of do a pub crawl over there and see if I can't hit a couple places where everyone from the industry is gathering. Really come back and hit this again hard tomorrow. I'm traveling out pretty early on Sunday, so tomorrow's my big day here.
Gotcha.
And then back to life. And really, the nice thing is, I mean, after marriage, life gets a break for a little while. My next big thing after that is coming to New York Comic Con.
Yeah, awesome.
And we'll be there for that one.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Absolutely.
Cool. You guys can meet up then. So, Chuck, I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to hold you up. I don't want to rush you off either. But if you have to go, I understand. But I just wanted to thank you for taking the time out of, obviously a very busy show and fun show to be a part of the podcast.
No problem. And if you hear something, I was in a completely empty hallway here, and it looks like a panel has just emptied.
Okay.
Just tidal wave. You know the scene out of World War Z where all the zombies are flowing out over the wall? That's what I'm seeing coming at me down this hallway.
Oh dear God!
Too funny. Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, guys, have a fun show, and I say cheers from San Diego Comic Con.
Thank you very much, Chuck. Take care.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so that was Chuck Moore. For anybody that's tuned in late or skipped ahead, I don't know why you would do that. That's weird. Stop doing that. Listen to the whole show. But anyway, we wish him and Complete Set all the best of luck, and everybody else at San Diego, we hate you. But no, we really don't. We love you.
Sure, that's what we'll say. Yeah. All right, that's what we'll say.
Yeah. Oh man. So, like he alluded to, or he said right out that tomorrow is the big day, but there has been some news come through the grapevine, I guess, of news sites and so forth. Yeah.
I have the best piggyback because he's said it like several times. Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Titan Comics has been doing for a couple of years now. I noticed Titan Comics is doing graphic novels or trade paperbacks of Assassin's Creed, little stories connecting to the video game.
Right.
They announced yesterday that they will be doing a ongoing series for Assassin's Creed. The writer, is the writer from Kill Shakespeare. It's James Tynion the Fourth and Freddie. Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, that's the wrong
one.
That's the wrong one. Excuse me. Edit.
No,
okay.
We're not editing.
No, I'm talking about me. I'm going through them. I'm not editing. I'm editing myself. Anthony Del Cole and Connor McGreary. And the artwork is going to be by Neil Edwards.
The artist of Doctor Who, 4 Doctors.
Never read that.
No, I'm just giving it a disclaimer out there.
I know, I never read that. I never read Kill Shakespeare either.
Well, maybe. I never know.
Looks really good. The first cover was released from Titan, and I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I had one of the hardcovers that they did of Assassin's Creed, and it was decent. I enjoyed the story. I thought, I don't know. I hadn't played enough of the games to get the full effect, I think. But I'd played enough to be familiar with what was going on and everything. So that's really cool that they're doing an ongoing. And that that particular team, they've done something else too. I can't remember what. Beyond Kill Shakespeare, they've done something else as well. But they're probably most known for that.
Yeah, and it's really amazing that they're bringing more of the video games into the comic book
I'm
world.
glad.
Even Assassin's Creed, I mean, there's been so many different
We need a Mario comic book.
That we do, yes. And I'll be all over that if they come out with it.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, but going with Assassin's Creed, it's going to be really amazing. And with all the games that came out, there could be an even more broad story that could be very epic for us readers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hope that with this series, I've been thinking about it since I posted my the release on Frontline. I hope that they don't focus on the game characters. I hope we get more of a focus on other assassins, like kind of a background, like, okay, you know how I've been complaining about Halo, that it doesn't involve the Master Chief, that it involves all these background characters? I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to Brant too.
I know, I'm agreeing with you, I'm not in my head and saying yeah.
Okay, well, with this, I hope the opposite. I hope we don't get the main stars of the video games. I hope we get other characters, because you know what? The video games focus, like Altair, we all know him, Ezio, Connor. There was so many assassins focused in the games. I would like to see some new ones, and the girl on this cover looks new. I like that. I want to see other assassins from different time periods that we didn't explore in the games, and hopefully the game will end soon, and the comic will just flourish on its own. Because I think Assassin's Creed is really pushing its limits. It's definitely no Call of Duty. Not to get points.
As long as it sells, though, it's not going to go away. But yeah, we will cover more about that. Any games in general on Hit Points, which we are hopefully going to record soon. We'll see. That's another matter.
Brant watches the convention.
Yeah, no, it's me. I'm the one holding it up. So.
No, it was me too. Because when you wanted to record, I think I was away.
Yeah.
So
it's all good.
Don't blame yourself.
So we all have our days. I just had a brain.
You're not even on Hit Point. Shut up.
You know, he has been.
This could bring some video game knowledge to you, like I did.
Nintendo,
which came out here.
Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, my brother knows the release dates of every game system
console
in existence.
Yes,
except Atari.
Atari was like in the. I told you, it was like in the mid to late 1970s.
Yeah, but you don't have an exact date. Because if I say Nintendo...
That's 1985.
If I say Super Nintendo...
That's 1990.
After that was N64.
Which was 1998-99.
GameCube.
2003, 2004.
Didn't we already do this?
Yes, but it's not on YouTube anymore. Wii.
Oh, that's right. That was on the live show, wasn't it?
Yeah, apparently the live show decided to... So we're trying to get it back. But until we do... And what about the Wii U?
And the Wii U was in... Wait, I said 2007. Oh, no, the Wii U was in 2000 and...
Uh-oh.
Wait. 2013. There we go. But what I didn't say on live show is you forgot about the Game Boy consoles, too. The handheld ones.
No, we're not.
We're not going to go into... Let's save that for Hit Points. I will ask you, since we're on this topic, and I apologize, everybody, for the sidetrack. We will get back on track with San Diego news. But I got to ask you, you said mid to late 70s for Atari. Take a guess. I just want to see if you can hit the year.
All right. I'm gonna
okay, wait. Just give him his... Okay, it's...
No, he's right. It is the mid to late 70s.
Okay. Was it in the year of 1978?
Yes. Okay.
So close.
76.
77. It was released in Europe in 78.
Alright, but it was close.
Yeah.
It was close. So
you're very close.
I am happy you corrected me. So 1977. There we go. Mid to late. So I was right.
That's crazy. All right, so back to Comic-Con.
Yes, please, because this is scary.
Yeah, it is kind of scary.
My games.
Are you watching me, Michael? All right, so you mentioned series that you're looking forward to. I want to know if you're looking forward to this series. They've announced the Batman Eternal sequel. Batman and Robin Eternal. I know, but the listeners may not.
I think this is the biggest waste of money coming to comic books next year.
At least it's not Earth 2 sequel.
Thank God!
Oh.
Or the other one, the Future's End sequel.
Yeah, Future's End, yeah.
What they're doing now with
I mean, okay, the cover looks cool. I gotta admit, the first cover where they got like that split where it's the before and after.
Yeah, that does look cool.
But come on, it's done, and it's not even focusing on Dick. It's focusing on what was her name? Cassandra Cain.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No. And I'm not even reading Batman anymore because they Commissioner Gordon'd him. I'm good.
I thought you said Chappie Batman, Commissioner Gordon.
Whatever.
Same thing. I'm inclined to agree with you. Batman Eternal was pretty good for the most part.
The best of the three?
Yeah, the best of the three, but you're talking about another 6-month-long weekly series featuring Batman family. It's just...
What?
What?
No.
Yeah.
You're talking about 52 weeks, Brant, not 6 months.
No. It says 6 months.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Yeah, it's 6 months.
Maybe then. Maybe. Okay.
It's still 26 weeks. That's still a long time.
It's better than 52.
True, but, I guess you'll see how much stuff... But all those Marvel #1s are coming out in October.
Yep, that definitely killed... by the end of this cast, I would definitely love to just... Since for Zone 4, I would love to talk about the June thing again, the numbers, just so that somewhere it's feasibly recorded. So we'll save that for the end after we talk about San Diego if we have time, briefly, if anything. But
okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm more inclined to buy Marvel right now. Even Michael was looking at me today and saying, I'm spending so much on these comics, but I like them. I don't hate the stories.
I'm being serious.
Yeah.
The stories are actually... not bad as I thought some would be, but it's actually, I'm going positive into these books, but if I don't like what I see in some of them, I'm going to get my honest truth.
But they're so good. It's like, it's hard to say, okay, I won't pick this up.
But I'm just saying, because sometimes you always say, Mike, every comic you get, you say it's good even if it's a little but this time I'm being serious. It's really good, but if, like I said, again, if I don't like what I see in one part of it, then I'm going to drop it and not give issue 2 a chance because then I know where this is going to go, or it's just not going to fill my interest to continue.
Yeah. No, I get that. I agree with it too. It's just it's funny how, we as a group were all about the innovation of DC. Even though once we got over the shock of the New 52 and everything, they did Forever Evil and they did Villain's Month and all that stuff, and we were all about it. Wow. And then come Convergence, and it just kind of sucked all the wind out of everything. And now we're all about Marvel. It's funny how, and that happens. That happens as a comic reader. It just does that, but it's just funny.
Brant, I went back because my 300 reviews coming. I went back to my comic reviews when I started my comic reviews. I was all DC. Mm-hmm. Then the New 52 happened. I was all Marvel for a time. Then I went back to DC, like you said, Forever Evil, like when the really huge stuff started happening. Now I'm back to Marvel. It's a forever changing wave. Yeah,
it totally is.
Yeah, and speaking of Villains Month, I believe it was after the 200, the whole Villains Month happened then.
Yep.
It's like 2.5 years ago.
And I still say I don't think DC's going to recover if they don't start pulling their heads out of their butts.
Yeah.
Just me.
So, we were talking about Batman and Robin Eternal, but that's not the only Batman news. And you actually mentioned this before we started recording about the Robin War. I have not read up about this particular one, so I know you have distinct feelings about it.
Yes.
Already.
I read a little bit on it. I didn't read too much, but apparently this is going to be a 5-week event. Every single week for the 5 weeks in December.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's going to be a one-shot at the beginning and a one-shot at the end. So an Alpha and Omega. Let's call them that, but it's not going to be those. And then in between those two one-shots, this event's going through Robin, Son of Batman, We Are Robin, and Gotham Academy. So those are your 3 ongoing titles, and then it's surrounded by the 2 one-shots. There's so much they just did to Batman. I don't see I'm not interested in the Robin War whatsoever. I didn't get We Are Robin. I don't like it. nobody I know is reading We Are Robin. Gotham Academy, I don't read that. And I know a few people read it and they like it, but and obviously Damien's in it, so it makes sense. But they just started We Are Robin, and not even 6 issues in, we already have the Robin War, which is probably going to end We Are Robin.
Yeah.
So I think this might be something I'll probably just drop Robin for that month to just skip over the war, because I don't have any interest in it.
Yeah, the whole Batman corner of the DC universe right now it's kind of taken a dive for me personally as well. Unless I hear it's like we were talking about the Marvel #1s. Unless I hear people saying great things about it, it doesn't really have my interest either. I'm kind of I'm steering myself towards other things. I was invested in the Batman stuff, and it slowly just started degrading for me. And it's at that point right now where I don't even want to read it. So
exactly, that's how I feel. It's like, and I love the first issue of Robin. I know a few people didn't. I thought it was good. That's like the only Bat book I'm reading next to, I don't know if Secret Six is classified as a Batman book.
It's kind of just outside. I don't know.
I think.
Would
you think?
I don't know, but it's the only Bat family book I'm reading. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And it's ruining it for me.
No, that's terrible. Well, let's talk about something that we are excited about then.
Yes, and I know where you're going to probably go.
You know where I'm going. There's actually 2 things that came out that I'm really excited about, but I will mention this one first. Back to the Future.
I knew it. It's your kids, Brant. It's your kids.
IDW is doing a Back to the Future comic series, and I can't be more excited about this. And did you get a chance to? I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. Did you get a chance to watch the video? Either one of you, the one I did, or read the article?
I read the article, didn't watch the video.
Okay. I don't know if you know the creative team behind it. That's what I was getting at. John Barber, who writes one of the Transformers books, will be doing one story in it, and Eric Burnham, that does the Ghostbusters comics, is doing the other story in each issue.
Happy. And there's 2 stories per issue.
Yeah, exactly. And the first one is how Doc and Marty met, which is, I think that's a huge story to tell. And the other one is Doc Brown working on the Manhattan Project with all those famous scientists and stuff. I think this is really cool that they're going to explore like the alternate timelines that were created through the movies. And
is this the ongoing? This is an ongoing? I just want to make that clear, right? It's not a miniseries.
I believe it is an ongoing.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I only asked because of the poster, because the poster I believe is 4 issues, big to make.
Yeah. Let me look that up.
Because I tried to check several sources. No, it doesn't say.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. It doesn't say. It just tells you the team, and it tells you the first issue story, but after that it kind of goes out into the white noise.
Yeah, usually, unless they say that specifically that it's a miniseries, it'll be an ongoing. But I just want to make sure that I didn't read anything else about it saying that. I don't think so. Yeah, but another cool thing about it, if anybody out there knows, just let us know whether it's ongoing or mini. I think it's an ongoing, and that was just that poster was for the first few issues or whatever.
Okay, good. No, that's great.
But another cool thing about it is Bob Gale, who co-wrote the movies, he did co-wrote the screenplays for the movies, is overseeing the project. He has his input, so they're in line with the continuity with the movies and everything, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
And the art, you've seen the covers. Dan Schoening does.
I love his artwork.
Yeah.
He's done amazing work with the Ghostbusters. I love his artwork.
Yeah, and he's doing one of the stories.
Ghostbusters as well, and it's really great how
Brant, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I'm really happy to see that IDW is reaching out to more of our interests from movies and stuff that we have seen years ago, and it's like really amazing that they're bringing that out to our comic interests for us to read.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
So go ahead, Brant. I'm really sorry to cut you off. I feel bad now.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, Brent Schoonover, however you say his name, is the other artist. He's doing Batman 66 right now, or did. And both of these artists, they're really good with likenesses. I mentioned that in the video. I don't want to repeat myself, but I'm blown away by the art. I love the direction that the stories are taken. And I'm a huge fan of Back to the Future, the franchise, so I'm really excited about this. This was actually the first news to come out of San Diego that really got me excited personally.
Yep.
And it was like, oh my God, Back to the Future comics, and I haven't been that excited about something like that in a while, so that was pretty cool. And Chuck Moore, I have to mention this. Chuck Moore just texted me a picture of him standing next to Alan Tudyk, who was in Firefly and Dollhouse and so on and so forth, and they're smiling at the camera. That's awesome.
Wow.
Just had to share that.
I'm not envious at all. No.
That's pretty cool. I'm gonna share that picture too.
Oh, there was one article that we both, I don't know, maybe you have it. You covered it on Frontline. Are you going to be talking about the crossover?
Oh, you can go ahead and bring it up.
Okay, I'll bring it up, and then you could bounce it off of me, because I didn't really get to read too much in it.
Okay.
Street Fighter and G.I. Joe. Now,
yes.
I'm actually in the market for some old G.I. Joe comics, just to start reading up a little bit on G.I. Joe. But when I heard that Street Fighter was going to be crossing over with them in a 6-issue miniseries, that's going to be a half a year I enjoy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's not actually much information about the series yet. I don't think they've even announced the creative teams. What we do know is it is going to be M. Bison's Shadowloo teaming up with Cobra Commanders, Cobra Command as they're calling it. And so because they're teaming up, the G.I. Joe team has to bring in some specialists, being the Street Fighters. Yeah, basically Guile and Ryu, however you want to pronounce it, and so on and so forth.
Ryu.
Yeah, I know it is, but I've always called him Ryu. I know technically it is Ryu. I agree with you. But yeah, that's really all we know about it, but that is enough for me. I don't need to know anything more than that. It's just
same here. So
yeah, exactly. It's just those properties fit so well together. And I can't wait for that one. That was the second bit of news that just was like, I'm so excited about this. So two things coincidentally coming from IDW that I'm super excited about coming soon. Huh?
That at some point, if UDON doesn't want to continue an ongoing Street Fighter, we keep getting little tidbits. Free Comic Book Day, we got a book this year. Now we've got this crossover. I want an ongoing series of Street Fighter.
Yeah, totally.
And I want it more than 12 issues.
But I mean, that's cool. Miniseries are cool sometimes, because you get at least you're getting something. Maybe they don't have the I don't know. Maybe they don't have the ability to keep it ongoing. But maybe this is the first step. Maybe they'll see how well it does through IDW and test out IDW.
Everybody buy the book.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do.
Or else.
Yeah. Or else what?
You'll be Zone 4.
Okay.
Hadouken.
We're creating a term now. You'll be Zone 4'd.
Yep.
Everybody write in.
The perfect term today. I'm sorry, this is going to be a sidetrack, but it's going to kill you, Brant. It's going to kill you. You read Chew, or you know of Chew, correct?
I know of Chew. I've read like 2 issues of Chew.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know the Chogs?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm at work today, and I was telling my coworkers, 300 comic review, yada, yada, yada. I said I'm looking to buy from Skeleton Crew a Chog.
Uh-huh.
And they proceeded to stop what they were doing. Their faces, not serious. Their faces were a mix between WTF and what? What? And I said, a chog. And they're like, I showed them then what a chog was, and they started laughing. I said, what did you think a chog was? They proceeded to give me a list of R-rated, I will not say it on the air, equipment that they thought a chog was.
What?
That, and then they also thought I was talking about certain parts of the human body.
Sure.
Oh.
Wow.
What is wrong?
I was like, no, it's a chicken. They call it a chog.
Don't these people think of names before they bring them out into the
They
world?
burst out into one of the teachers was tearing, laughing. By the mere mention of the name, for the rest of the day, we cracked up.
I have personally never heard that term used as something in that fashion.
I don't know, but from now on, whenever I say chog, I have to laugh a little bit because of it.
Yeah, because when you tell me about
That's the term
earlier,
of the day.
Yeah, because you were laughing about that earlier when I was meeting you at work. I was saying, like, okay, I'm not going to ask what was so funny because it was probably...
Yeah, you met me after on my lunch break after that happened.
I'm like, okay, I guess I'll hear it later or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, please look up the term chog. It is a chicken from Chew, not a R-rated anything.
No, not at all.
I just Googled it and I got the Skeleton Crew. No, I got the Skeleton Crew. I'm not talking anything dirty. I got the Skeleton Crew website and it's pink chog. That's what it took me to. So thank goodness you didn't say pink chog because that might have even been worse. But anyway,
There you go.
We will move on from this little lesson.
Don't use the term chog without the definition handy.
Jeez. Sometimes I wonder if Chuck Kennedy's on this show. Love you, Chuck, out there. Speaking of IDW...
I'm starting to wonder. Now I've got to go back and listen to more of the Chuck Kennedy episodes.
Speaking of IDW, they teased another crossover coming, or another property that we haven't seen in a long time. And you may not be familiar with it, but I'm only vaguely familiar with it. But I have friends that are really big fans of these properties. Chris Brielle, who is I guess he's the editor-in-chief of IDW, or publisher, posted a promotional image on his Tumblr with it's just a black image that says Micronauts, ROM, Space Knight, IDW 2016.
Dude!
2016.
ROM and Space Knight?
Yeah, ROM, Space Knight, and Micronauts. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I remember ROM.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were familiar.
One of them, and Micronauts, I think I'm familiar with.
Yeah, the Microverse, both books were published in Marvel by Marvel in the 80s.
Yes.
And then they had toy lines and so on and so forth. And Micronauts, they visited the Microverse in probably the past decade in Marvel Comics, but they didn't have the rights to do the actual comics. They even did Space Knight stories, but they didn't have the rights to ROM. They threw the Space Knights in one of the Cosmic miniseries. I can't remember which one. But yeah, this is the first time we're actually seeing these characters back as themselves fully with rights and everything. So that's all the information we have right now. They said more information in the weeks to come, probably when solicitations.
New York Comic Con.
Yeah, probably New York Comic Con. So I wanted to throw that out there for all our ROM and Micronauts fans. I know a good friend of mine, Bill Gladman, was a huge fan of both. So it's pretty cool.
I can't wait to hear more because I remember grabbing a few. Like, you know when you get those random packs of comic books when you're at the comic store? I got a couple of ROMs. Yeah, I got a couple of ROMs, and I think I got a couple of Micronauts now and again. And yeah, you flip through those issues and you put them to the side because you know you bought that $5 that $5 comic pack for that one comic on the front of the pile that you wanted, like a Superman or a Hulk or a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But inside that bag, you'd be surprised what other stuff you get and then throw away.
Right.
Because it was just $1, so it doesn't matter.
So, excuse me. Man, I'm getting choked up. I want to mention also, as we're recording this, the Star Wars panel is going on right now, and it's updating on various sites. If anything cool comes out of that, I will mention it during the recording. If not, just stay tuned to Comic Frontline. Yeah.
Okay. Do I go next, or you want me to?
No, go ahead.
The next one actually I find interesting because you'll remember who's in charge of the first one more than me. Hasbro and Machinima are teaming up to bring us a Transformers web series. Now, Machinima just went in with Justice League Monsters. That's correct, right? That's the title?
Yeah.
And that's Bruce Timm.
Or Gods of Monsters. Sorry.
Oh, what is it?
Gods of Monsters or something like that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I think there's gods in there. And it was a free web cartoon series solely on Machinima. Then, of course, they release it on DVD. They're not going to keep it just on the internet. But it's several episodes, and it really went over great. Mm-hmm. Now Transformers in the comic books are going through the Combiner Wars, and this is going to touch hit points a bit, but not hit points, Hall of Toys a bit.
Yeah.
But there's also Combiner Wars figures. They've got already Devastator, tons of other Transformers that are combiners that they're putting out in their toy line. So now we've got the comics, we've got the toys, there are video games I hear in development, and now we have a full-fledged web series which will also connect to the comic, or I should say just Transformer universe, Combiner Wars, and that's awesome.
No, totally. I had not actually read the story, but I think that's really cool that they're bringing it to Machinima. It's kind of interesting. We're seeing more and more, like you mentioned, the Justice League one coming to that kind of platform. Mm-hmm. It's kind of clever because you're getting it out there. You get, they've got 12 million subscribers on their YouTube channel, so you're putting it out there to a very wide audience, and then you collect it on the DVD or whatever. Go ahead.
I think Rooster Teeth made Machinima really popular because that's when they started doing the Red versus Blue, which was a Halo game. And now you've got groups like the Street Fighter. There was a Street Fighter web series. There was a Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, there were
a lot. And now you got the Gods and Monsters from the Justice League. That's from Bruce Timm. Yeah. And now Transformers. It's free to watch on the internet. Mm-hmm. But then if you like it, after a while, it's going to probably disappear. And then you only have the DVD. So then you have to buy it.
Yeah, but it's clever. It's the way things are going, the way things are headed. So that's awesome.
I think it's great. I hope they get at least some of the original Transformer voice actors, like Optimus Prime. At least.
I am Optimus Prime.
That's my hope.
Okay, the R2-D2 quadcopter hits the San Diego skies.
I don't know if I should be scared or impressed.
It looks like an R2-D2 flying through the air. I don't know what's going on. It's a flying R2-D2. Yeah, it's flying through. Okay.
An R2-D2 flies?
Yeah, I'm watching the video right now, unless it's fake, but it's flying through the air.
Because seriously, the R2-D2 I'm used to is just the one that just rolls on the ground. And does a little beep and a wow thing,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I'm just saying that's what I'm used to seeing.
He's used his thrusters. Whatever it is, used his thrusters to travel a short distance before through the sky.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. R2-D2. Just be sure you just don't crash into any planes or birds while they're flying, because you have to respect them too.
It's in a convention hall.
Oh, well, if it's in the hall, then just beware of the lights and don't crash into them.
All right.
What, they have lights? It's good to promote safety.
All right, shut up.
They also showed a Comic-Con reel at Comic-Con from Star Wars that showed behind the scenes stuff and so forth. For some reason, Simon Pegg is in it.
Why?
He's working as an alien extra. He declares in the video that his life is now complete. I guess because he was in the Star Trek movies that J.J. Abrams directed, so maybe used his connections to get a bit roll in there. That's kind of funny.
Wow. That is something.
I didn't realize that. That's wild. All right, so enough of the Star Wars stuff. I'm still watching it as it updates, so we can keep track of it. Vampironica? What the heck? Tell me that is not Veronica, it's Vampirella. It is, isn't it? Yes, it is. Archie Comics just sent out this Comic-Con teaser. Who is Vampironica? It's Veronica from Archie as Vampirella.
Oh, good night. Archie's running out of ideas.
Speaking of Archie, I did read the first issue this week, which we'll definitely talk about on the live show, but I really enjoyed it.
I want to get it. I think I heard enough of good reviews that I'm actually curious.
It was actually really good. I enjoyed it. I think you will too.
Okay.
So, and if you don't, then blame Michael.
Why blame me? What did I do?
Just because. Speaking of Archie, we should mention. I mean, we already knew about this, that there was a Riverdale TV show coming soon, but it was I think it was on Fox originally. They have announced that it's moved to the CW network.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, and I think they're doing a gritty remake of the Archie franchise through this. That's what the one article I'm reading says. There's actually a Archie movie trailer. What the heck is that? I don't know what that's from. Oh no, okay, I see. I don't know what this is. There's a parody going around or something. Anyway, but yeah, it's headed to the CW network, which I'm a huge Archie fan, so that's really cool for me. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, when it comes to Archie, I'm okay with it. My mom is more of the Archie fan.
For me, Archie's always Sonic and or Mega Man.
That's the company.
Yeah.
Hey, Archie is awesome too. I grew up on Archie, and no, it is really cool. The new series, it's written by Mark Waid.
That's why I want to check it out.
Yeah, and Fiona Staples is doing the art, and it's gorgeous art, and Saga, yeah. It goes back to the very beginning. We get our introduction to Archie. Veronica hasn't even moved to town yet. He's just broken up with Betty, and he's breaking the fourth wall and talking to the reader. It feels very much Chris, you'll get this. I don't know if Mike watched it, but it kind of gives us a Saved by the Bell vibe a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So not quite as comedic, but still funny. I mean, it was actually really good. I enjoyed it. And they, as a bonus in the back of the issue, they put the first ever Archie story, just so you could check it out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I actually got two copies. We bought one, and then they sent me a review copy.
How the heck do you get these people sending you review copies? I talk to these people all the time. They don't like
They don't like you. Nobody does. I don't know what you keep trying. But no, I'm joking.
All
Everybody
right.
loves you, Chris. Everybody loves Chris. Oh, shoot. All right, where we going next?
You go.
I go?
You go.
I go?
He go. It's me go.
Psycho.
Hey.
I don't know.
Why, Chris? Why?
All right, so, jeez. They announced some Convergence spinoffs. Did you see this?
Not yet. So
You have not seen this. Oh, you're going to be very excited about one.
One of them I heard of.
Okay, Superman, Lois and Clark, written by Dan Jurgens, art by Lee Weeks. Comes out October 14th.
Is it a miniseries or an ongoing? Better be an ongoing.
Does not say. But we will find out. I mean, October solicitations will come out next week, so we'll know for sure then. But it's just, it doesn't say ongoing or not, but it doesn't say it's a miniseries either.
Better be an ongoing.
Have you read any info about it yet?
Not at all.
Okay. Following the epic events of Convergence, here are the adventures of the last son and daughter of Krypton and Earth as they try to survive in a world not their own. That's the first sentence of the description.
I'm starting to worry.
Why?
Why?
Go ahead, keep going.
Okay. But can they keep this world from suffering the same fate as their own? Can this Superman stop the villains he once fought before they are created on this world? What is Intergang, and why does Lois's discovery of it place everyone she loves in jeopardy? And what will happen when their 9-year-old son learns the true identity of his parents?
I like this.
So that's pretty cool.
You always wanted that, and now you got what you wanted.
Yeah. All right, the next one is Telos, number 1.
I'm skipping that.
What? They're making
Please, God, no.
What? No.
Yeah, he frees himself. Let's see. He finds himself free and able to traverse space and time via a sliver of Brainiac's powers.
Of course.
No.
He's going across time and space. All right.
It's the person.
It's Booster Gold as Telos.
I was about to say, he's the guy that says, hey, let's fight each other. And then I was saying, you know what? I'm going to have a change of heart. I was wrong. Let's just all love
it's that guy.
each other and just have some tea and no. Just no. just no.
All right. The third and final one for now is Titan's Hunt. It's written by Dan Abnett with art by Paulo Sequeira. Let's see. Convergence is over, but the ripples are still being felt, especially by a young precog named Lilith. What are these visions she's having of a Teen Titans team the world never knew? And why does she feel compelled to seek out Dick Grayson, Roy Harper, Donna Troy, and an Atlantean named Garth, and warn them that something dark and sinister is coming after them? Who are Mal, Narc, Hank Hall, and Dawn Granger, and what is their connection to the others, and to the fate of every soul on Earth? This is the secret history of the Teen Titans.
Nah. So 1 out of 3 isn't bad.
That doesn't sound intriguing to you at all?
Half and half.
I need to see. I don't know. I'll probably grab it because I'll probably be dropping a couple of other books by the time that comes out. Oh, Bizarro will be over, so probably.
I thought it sounded pretty cool. Donna Troy, Roy Harper, Dick Grayson.
I'm worried about what direction they're gonna go.
I don't know, but Dan Abnett, I love his writing, so I
love his
there.
writing, but remember, it's under DC's fist.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. I think it's pretty cool. So
I'll probably, out of the 3, those are the 2 I would grab. Telos definitely not.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Oh no, that one's out. Definitely.
Out of question.
Alright, so speaking of DC, that's kind of a good segue into something I know you're going to be excited about.
Well, this week, Green Lantern crossed over with Star Trek in October or November. I believe it's October.
Oh, you asking me?
I'm looking. No, I can't remember if it was October or November.
Wait, did you just say Green Lantern?
Yeah, Green Lantern crossed over with Star Trek. Star Trek.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, because you have that news.
Whatever. In the fall, Batman is crossing over with the Turtles.
Yes, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm so excited.
6-issue miniseries.
Yep.
November. It's November.
It is November. There you go.
Wow, I just didn't.
And they show the cover for issue 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Really excited.
Yeah, I mean, this was like really unexpected news when I saw this. Like, you know, we saw the Turtles who teamed up with, you know, 1 issue of the X-Files, and then the miniseries with the Ghostbusters, and now with Batman. You know, those Turtles, I'll tell you,
I'm happy.
They cowabunga
actually, brand new announcement. This is just a side announcement real quick. Season 5 for the Turtles has been confirmed on Nickelodeon.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I did not know that until just now.
Yeah. I didn't either.
It was a side note on the article.
I know, but I just knew just now because you told me.
I'm so happy!
But this is really cool. Just to give a little information, they find themselves transported into Gotham City, and obviously they run into Batman and have to, you know, it's kind of that classic team up where they have to fight the Shredder and you know, all that stuff. So it's gonna be fun. I'm sorry, that's.
It seems like the Turtles have always been with the traveling around and everywhere.
Yeah.
And another announcement. I was on Amazon and I found this out. Apparently, the Ultimate Collection is not ending with Volume 5. Apparently, Volume 6 is in the making, but it's not continuing the ongoing series. It's going to have all the side issues that they omitted from the 5 Ultimate Collection, so it's going to be everything else in Volume 6. So Volume 6 will make a complete collection of the entire first volume of the Turtles.
And I already know that's going to be on the Christmas list.
Oh, yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
I already saw the sketch of Volume 6.
Because I got you volumes 4 and 5 on the Christmas day.
Yes,
and now
sir.
6 is probably going to be...
That's
going to be
Absolutely doodly.
Wow. That's something. And heavy, too, to wrap. Because I'll tell you, it's heavy.
And you found something else turtle related too right before we went on the air.
Wow. I did.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh, that's because it's not on the computer. It's on my phone. It was actually Instagram. Somebody Instagrammed it. Toys R Us is going to be having a figure line of the Turtles, starting with the first volume or the first set, which is the original Kevin Eastman first appearance Turtles, all the way through until present day Turtles. So 8 generations of Turtles in one set.
Yeah, that was like...
I'm trying to find the picture.
Yeah, that's
Here we go.
Unbelievable.
Right now they showed Leonardo. So you got the Eastman first volume, the Turtles TV, then the Turtles, I believe this is based off the TV show again. Turtles, the second Turtles TV series, the movie, TMNT, and then Nickelodeon Turtles Now. And it's in a nice window box set.
Yeah, all in one box. You get the whole...
Right now they're just showing Leonardo. I hope they do the other Turtles too.
Yeah, because Michelangelo is my favorite, and Leonardo's like my second favorite, so hopefully they will do all the other Turtles.
Sweet.
What do you think, Brant?
No, I think that's awesome. I love that kind of stuff where it's kind of like Superman through the ages kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I am, sorry, I'm a little sidetracked because I'm watching this Star Wars Force Awakens kind of featurette thing. And it's pretty cool. They're showing like classic, they're filming it classic style. It feels like one of the original movies. Sorry.
Well, I actually just saw a picture of the on-set Ghostbusters revamped movie, and I gotta agree with the comments here. Nope.
It didn't look that bad, actually.
Sorry, not for me.
I even looked and I was giving the whole raising the eyebrow like, Ghostbusters?
Nope.
Their outfits look very similar. They're women instead of men, that's all.
Brant, of course the outfits are...
No, it's not even the women, it just doesn't look right. You know, Egon's gone. It's over, just let it go. I just feel like, we lost one of the original. It's not the right time.
That's debatable. I don't know. We don't have to go into all that, though.
No, of course not. What will be is going to be no matter what, so might as well just let it happen, and if it fails, it fails. If it doesn't, awesome.
Cool.
We'll see what happens when the movie comes out, I guess.
Absolutely.
Well, I didn't say I was going to be rushing to the theater to see it or anything. I'm just saying.
I mean, if you want to go see it, Brant, it's totally understandable.
We'll see.
We won't stop you.
Yeah, we're not going to get a tomahawk or anything,
Tomahawk?
Tomahawk?
Hides.
Who still has... Does anybody own those anymore?
I don't know. You have a plastic one somewhere.
You can take your Cheerios and your tomahawk and...
Go
on with your bad self.
And then when I do that, and when I tomahawk you, I'll drink tea and say, hip hip Cheerios.
Wow.
Right?
No.
What?
I don't even know what to say to that, Mike.
Come on.
I'm regretting having you come on.
You know what?
I should have just kept
He's
quiet.
joking.
Yeah, see, Brant, you gotta be more uppity and...
Uppity?
I don't
uppity.
know. I don't know. I'm having the hugest brain fart right now.
Let's shut up!
Let's be uppity.
Okay, let's be on to more news if there is some.
There you go. That's the way to do it, right there.
That's the one.
I'm out of news.
You're out of
How are you out of news?
I'm out of news.
Out of news, we're done.
We're done.
Okay,
This show is over.
No, it's not.
We don't have any more
One
news.
more thing that we
No,
have
we're
to
not.
talk about.
We're not talking about that yet.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. Lordy. They did announce a new, all different Marvel .1 one shot coming in October.
Okay, that's like the sampler.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be buying that.
Yeah, they revealed 3 pages of Invincible Iron Man #1. They showed off covers to Secret Wars 8, Guardians of the Galaxy #1, so on and so forth. Which we don't get to see because we're not there.
Right.
But
wonderful.
It's kind of cool. I'm looking over a couple of sites to make sure there wasn't anything major I missed. Oh, wait, hold on. Gail Simone talks spearheading a company-wide crossover event. What is she? Oh, she's talking about the Swords of Sorrow thing at Dynamite.
Yeah, SOS. We're enjoying that.
Are you? Is it good? Okay.
It's good. Off reviews, it's really nice. Yeah, it's something that you could just sit down and enjoy if you like the characters, and that's that. You know?
Just Gail Simone is that excellent of a writer.
She writes a very good Red Sonja. We don't review it, but we love it.
Too, but when she wrote 12 issues.
Yeah. Yeah, I did read her Red Sonja. I really liked her on that.
Oh, Brant, you got to. It is just amazing and fantastic.
Yeah. Speaking of female heroes, female comic characters, Laura Vandervoort may guest star or do a cameo on the Supergirl TV show. For anybody that doesn't know, Laura Vandervoort played Supergirl in Smallville.
Yeah, oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, it does make a lot of sense.
I think it's pretty cool. I like it when they do cameos and stuff like that.
Alright, give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Mike's staying here.
Yeah. So, that's really cool, actually.
I'm sorry, Brant, in advance.
Yeah, but it's actually cool that they're bringing the Smallville characters into the mix, because, because Smallville was indeed one of the greatest, TV series that was on CW, and that's actually going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah.
Because I've been hearing lots of talk about this new Supergirl that's going to be on, and it has that potential of actually being really good. Yeah.
Our friend Kat actually at Comic-Con got to watch the pilot there on preview night.
Well, that's lucky.
Yeah, and she said she really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to it. I love the trailer personally. I thought it was really good. I can't wait for the series actually. So
yeah, and it's going to be something really interesting to watch when it's going to be on TV. There are just so many great series that are on right now, like Arrow and The Flash also, and with them crossing over too. It's just the whole setting, and also we can't forget also Daredevil as well. That's been on Netflix, and the season 2 promises that we've been hearing
would
be appearing. But there's just been lots of the plots and the setting up that really brings up more of the hype to actually watch the show and see what we could expect when we watch them. It's really I'm trying to think of the word, it's something to look forward to in a way.
Yeah. And speaking of things to look forward to in TV, it looks like, I don't know if you read the Inhuman comic series, but there's a character in there named Lash, and they're going to bring him to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I think my brother reads the Inhumans, and I think I heard some reviews about, but you're saying Lash is going to be on S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, it was announced at the I guess the Marvel TV panel.
Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. is building up very nicely with their characters too. Even though I don't really I'm not caught up with any TV shows or anything because I've been busy, but I have been hearing lots of build-ups with characters that are on S.H.I.E.L.D. and the ratings have just been astronomically amazing.
Yeah, it really kicked up after Winter Soldier, and it's just they've taken the show to another level, and it's gotten really good, and all the characters are just phenomenal on the show. I love it. Is that Chris back?
Yep.
Okay. I was telling Mike that Lash from the Inhuman comic series is going to be on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, nice. So there definitely will be an
So
Inhuman
you
crossover.
You
then.
read Inhumans, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there already is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sky's an Inhuman. She's a Daisy or Quake.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And her mom and so on and so forth. Not to spoil everybody,
But if you didn't know already, you're too late to the party.
yeah. Well, I mean, the whole season was the whole last season was largely about the Inhumans. So
Gotcha.
yeah, they're kind of trying to hype them up since they're doing an Inhumans movie down the line. So. All right, let's see. Just making sure there's nothing else. Yeah.
El Rapadora.
Oh, Rapadora. What?
Are you catching my whole?
No. Who's El Rapadora?
I know that, but I'm just saying, you're just saying random stuff. You know, just like how I do it. Just don't take that.
Angry Beach.
He's taking your gimmick.
Nobody can take Mike's gimmick. Don't worry.
Believe me, I could come up with the most. People. Hold on, no. I could come up with the most random thing, and in the end, you'll be like, "Wait, what?" Because I remember, like, I was talking to this one person, just like, because like I just met him and stuff like that.
Love how he's proud of being that way.
No, and then I'm just like saying these random things because he's used to like hearing random stuff, and even some of the times he was like, "Wait, what?" Yeah, because I was giving the most randomness stuff. It's just, believe me, if I told you right now, Brant, you'd be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Just know, Mike. Just know. I was like, okay, just bacon and solves it all.
It does. It really does. I had bacon for lunch today.
You had. I again a piece of that because I love bacon.
This show is falling apart.
Yes, it is. So let's stop making me hungry.
Oh, shoot. All right, so obviously news is still coming out of San Diego. We don't have all of it here yet because, tomorrow, as we mentioned several times already, is the big day. The Star Wars panel is still going on as we're talking. I'm trying to watch.
You're wishing that big announcement will happen.
I really am. I'm trying to drag this out to try to get some big announcements. I'm be like, hey, you guys heard it here first or whatever. But, yeah.
Hey, Brant, how about Marvel beating DC by 40% to 25% in the June sales?
And I thought the segues we did earlier in the show were bad.
Well, this is bad news for DC.
This is something we talked about on the Lost live show this past Tuesday. So
better get back.
Yeah, we were talking about Convergence kind of losing us all and everything, and that's what you're talking about. DC in June, their market share kind of plummeted. They went down to 25%. Marvel's at 40%. It's kind of killing it.
Yeah. Well, that's their thoughts on DC.
Oh, I'm sorry DC did so bad.
Well, that's what happens when something plummets.
Everybody cries.
Yeah, everybody cries. Yeah, that.
And these are diapers changed or whatever.
Right exactly.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Sale.
Okay, everybody at the Star Wars panel got a lightsaber.
I want one.
That's pretty cool. They were engaging in mock lightsaber battles and stuff.
But actually, a lot of people were jilted because Convergence, promised us this open world, but it looks like DC is actually finally implementing in October some of those different universes.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a lightsaber. Even the two-side lightsabers, the one that Darth Maul had, that was amazing. That's what evolved the whole Star Wars thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. They started doing all the different kinds. What?
I love how we're ignoring DC getting beat by Marvel, but okay.
We said all there is really to be said about it. What did you want to add anything?
How much more you want to dive in?
I don't know. I'm
trying to drag it out so you can get your big announcement.
There's not gonna. The panel's pretty much over. They went. All the 7,000 attendees got a private concert of Star Wars music and got a free lightsaber.
Hate them all.
They released some footage which was really cool, and all the cast was there in person, so it was nice. Not the big stuff that Bendis promised, unless I just missed it in my skimming. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, tomorrow and Sunday, definitely stay tuned to Comic Frontline as we continue to put out the bigger coverage on the site and the YouTube channel.
Hopefully there'll be some big news tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, because Saturday, like we said.
And when I say big news, I mean comic related. Because when it comes to movies and TV,
it's still big news. Just not to you.
For me. I'm talking about for me.
I know. I get that, and I appreciate that. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I get that. And you got Superman, Lois, and Clark. You like that, right?
Yes, that's so far a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, and you got Batman and Turtles. You got Back to the Future. You've got some cool stuff already.
Yes.
All right.
But we're Saturday for more cool stuff.
Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, it's.
No, you're right. Yes, a lot of positive has come out of SDCC so far.
I would say that for you and me specifically, I can't speak for my bit. I know you and I have talked about this before. For you and me specifically, over the past 2 or 3 years, this is probably more news that we've been excited about than we've heard in the past 2 or 3 years at Comic-Con.
Yes.
So that's really cool.
That's good. That means the comic companies are getting their butts back on the ball instead of focusing just on movies and TV.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty awesome that we're getting, exciting stuff. And it's funny to me that 3 of the things I'm excited about are coming from IDW and not from Marvel or DC.
Yeah, it's not funny for me because I think 2 years in a row I've been really excited about more indie announcements than Marvel and DC. Mostly Marvel, but now Marvel's doing, like I said, Marvel's doing really well. So I'm just glad that we're getting an even amount of awesome announcements from all around. I'm waiting for, is Valiant going to have a panel at San Diego?
I don't know, honestly. I'm not sure. I think so, but I'm not sure.
I hope they do, because they got a lot of great books.
Yeah, and that new series that's coming out is going to bring Valiant to a whole new level. The
Book of Death.
The Book of Death. Yeah, that's
already sold out.
We should mention, while I'm looking that up on the drive, actually, we should mention that, again, as we're recording this, panels are still going on. It's Friday night, but, obviously there's a time difference, so it's, 8 p.m. there? It's probably just starting to close up.
7.
No.
Well, no, it's going to be 8, Mike. Look at the time. It's 10:55, so it's 7:55. So 8 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, my drive is not loading. Okay, here's some weird news. Oh, wait, hold on. Bleeding Cool's coverage of San Diego Comic-Con is brought to you by Valiant's Book of Death, #1. Wow.
There you go.
Oh, that's too funny. I don't know.
We'll bring some of your stuff.
This,
whatever.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with San Diego, but it's news that is funny to me, so I wanted to mention it. No, actually it is. Wow, it is from San Diego. An audience member, this is a Bleeding Cool article, so take it with a grain of salt, but an audience member asked whether the upcoming post-apocalyptic Western zombie movie mashup Dead West would be ridiculous. Apparently, this stars Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys.
What?
and AJ McClain, as well as Joey Fatone from NSYNC. And wow, and they are calling it the Magnificent Seven with zombies.
Magnificent Backstreet Boys and NSYNC crossovers more like it.
Yeah, it's wow.
Oh.
Wow. I don't even know what to say about this. I really don't even know what to say about this. I actually hope this is kind of a joke.
Trying to recapture their youth. The Backstreet Boys NSYNC era is done.
I hope this is just a joke, honestly.
This better be a joke.
That's so ridiculous. I can't even. Wow. Unless it's on the Sci-Fi Channel, then it makes sense.
That makes sense.
So.
I still have to catch up on Nation Z.
Z Nation.
Z Nation. That's why I can't catch up with it. I can't even say it right.
That's why you've been looking in your guide for it. And it's like, I can't find Nation Z. I can't find. And you're looking in the wrong letter. It's Z, not N.
Z Nation.
That's where you messed up, man.
No, you gotta say Z.
Z.
Okay, Grant, that was...
On another note, on a really annoyed other note, I wrote a zombie story years ago called Last of the Living. Apparently, at a film convention, the horror convention, you know, the one where they make that compiled DVD at the end of it, of all the popular movies?
Sure.
Guess one of the movies is called Last of the Living. Stole my idea.
They stole you. They came into your house and stole your idea. Yeah.
No, they stole my title. It's a different story completely. Yeah, but they stole the title.
You could always change the title to something else, like.
I don't wanna.
I don't wanna do it. I don't wanna.
Think Brant will ever let me do it. Not at least for the first 5 years of Last Ember Press's existence. Would Brant ever let me write a zombie story? I don't think. I think we want to stay away from the zombies.
Not necessarily true.
Okay, then maybe we will do it with a different title.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that way down the line. How about that?
But it's October.
5 years from now.
October of 2018, maybe? No, I'm joking. Shoot. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it then. Just like I said, stay tuned to Comic Frontline and all that.
I'm trying to.
I don't know.
Right now, I think we're right at the. It's like, okay, we're in the storm, but the center of the storm where the sun is going to shine and we're going to have the most pleasant 5 minutes before an earthquake hits. We're going to have to wait till New York Comic Con.
That's a terrible analogy.
Right now, we're not at the epicenter of the big news feed. We have to wait till tomorrow. So it's really we got really great big news so far. But the biggest news is still yet to come. Sharknado. 3.
God, no.
3.
No.
Yes. Sharknado 3. I'm calling it now.
Or it'll be
Brant?
Sharks.
Yes. What?
Okay.
Yes.
You got quiet.
I'm dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded right now. I don't know.
If they mention Sharknado 3, you're gonna call me tomorrow and you're gonna be like, "You did this." You
they
did
heard
this.
you, Chris.
They knew.
Oh.
Don't you dare say Sharknado 3.
No. No, I was going to say the Uncanny X-Men number 600 that comes out in October is Brian Michael Bendis' final issue of on his X-Men run.
Thank God. I mean, okay.
It's run its course. That's very true.
You seem so upset about this.
There's new information about all those Marvel number 1s that I'm just now finding that we talked about on Frontline.
Yeah.
So I was reading. There's like further descriptions and stuff. I don't know if you read this.
No.
It's like Extraordinary X-Men number 1, the Jeff Lemire one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's let's see. Storm has taken on the burden of Xavier's dream. We know the lineup for it. It's Iceman, Storm, Nightcrawler, Young Jean Grey, Old Man Logan, Magic, and Colossus.
Yep, and Young Jean and Logan are apparently a couple.
Yeah.
Which is creepy as hell.
Yeah. Let's see. You got Axel Alonso said about the all new Wolverine. You guys told us how you were really sick of Logan, and we listened. So that's why we got X-23. Okay.
So now I'll be sick of her instead.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's any news out of this that looks kind of cool. There's a big Q&A that I can't read right now. So.
Are you talking about the Avenger one?
No, the Uncanny.
Well, there was a new one just posted about the Avengers.
Oh.
So
and
I'm just looking through the questions and.
Dead air.
Vision will be in the Avengers. Questions about what's going on between Steve and Sam. It's complicated. Who didn't see that as an answer?
It's complicated.
That's the answer that Tom Brevoort gave.
Thank you, Tom Brevoort, for your non-answers. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go on a rant. No, he really does try to answer fans daily. He just does it with non-answers a lot of times.
Yeah, that's basically not an answer. It's like, it's complicated. Okay.
He's very diplomatic, that one.
Yeah. So really, they did a Q&A, but didn't really do a lot of the A. They just got a lot of Q.
Okay. What?
It's true. Think about it, though. They shouldn't be doing a Q&A on comics that aren't coming out till after New York Comic Con, even.
That's why they're teasing them, though. They're teasing them so you'll go to New York Comic Con and listen to it there. It's like,
great.
Yeah.
We're going to be crowded at New York Comic Con just because people didn't get what they wanted at SDCC instead.
That is if they get more tickets, because those are, forget it.
We got our tickets.
Yeah.
Alright, I think it's time to kick the pig. Call this. I don't know. That's time. I don't know. It's time to flute the pig and start the game over. I don't know what's going on.
You really had to put that.
I did have to put it in there. I'm gonna flute the pig.
They based him as a comic book now.
Yeah. Old news, Chris.
Expand. It was him, yeah. It's an alien.
Here's new news for you. This podcast is over. We'd like to thank Steve. No, I'm joking.
Waiting for that. I'm sitting here quiet going, we would like to thank the bands. The band's Zone for the Ray Wolf band, and I forgot the other name.
Yeah, we'll do that, but we didn't do our what's going out and coming on thing. Well, I did.
What's going out? Going on?
Who's going out with who? What's going on? Who's coming out? I don't know what's going on anymore.
Mike's coming out, that's for sure.
Wait, what? Yeah. And nice.
Oh shoot! All right.
No.
What's up on the Brooklyn Boys channel, Mike?
All right. Well, for my channel, I do have some videos that are going to be coming. There will be a Bros Versus that I will not talk about, but I will try to post that.
It's not Monopoly.
It's not Monopoly, that's for sure.
It's not Monopoly. It's something that's going to be interesting. For Frontline Gaming Zone, we'll think of some ideas. Brooklyn Boys, our first B-Boys Mario Kart 8 tournament will be this Sunday. Hopefully either by Sunday night or Monday, I will post either one part or 2 parts, whatever how many parts there are going to be.
Probably going to be 2 parts.
Probably going to be 2 parts, so get ready for that. And, anything else from Comic Frontline with reviews and, give the Dude of Rock 18 Facebook page a like, because that would be awesome. That's Dude of Rock 18. Facebook.com / Dude of Rock 18.
Awesome. And I just got an update from John. He had some major computer problems going on, so we're sad he wasn't able to join us.
Yes, I'm sure after listening to this episode, he's going to be just torn up.
Oh, yeah.
He missed out on it.
I'm sure, yeah.
I'm torn up. I missed out on it.
Well, hey,
I'm torn up about something.
Well, hey, at least
I'm torn up about.
Well, hey, at least my comical
the
stuff.
Decision I made in the middle of the day when I texted you that I wish I didn't make.
Well, hey, at least the comical stuff will brighten his day or night, or well, not brighten the night because you can't get light.
All right.
Stop.
Chris, what do you got going on?
Wait, what? Okay, well, I'm sorry, I've lost him. Shut up.
I need to go eat something. I need dinner.
Well,
I want pizza.
I'm going to be covering a lot of San Diego Comic-Con stuff tomorrow. My channel, it's just a regular review, 290... Seven.
So there's 3 more left to go.
and indie review haul.
You made that sound so sad. It was like, I'm going to be covering a lot of San Diego, but on my channel, it's just the same old.
Well, because I'm building up to 300.
I know.
Everything's the same, and then I promise I will give this little upbeat from my channel. I've made a list of ideas I have for the 300th Comic Review Weekend, announcements and videos and ideas in general. Either you will see them or they will be announced on August 1st and 2nd. And let me promise you guys, it's going to be like a convention event.
Ooh.
Because it's going to be some big stuff for my channel, because I've been neglecting my channel for a little over 2 or 3 years now, for one reason or another. This year, it was just because time was not on my side at all. So I've finally had it halfway through this year and said that when 300 comes, I'm going to have some major announcements. So there will be major announcements on the weekend of 300. And yes, there will be big things coming from my personal channel, but it will resonate into this very podcast's website, Zone 4, as well as on Comic Frontline. So there's big things coming. So yes, right now it's boring. It's going to be just the haul, the reviews, nothing extra yet. But when 300 happens, big things are going to happen.
All right. We'll have
There.
to wait and see.
That's my news. And of course, I found out that my comic book, I write too much. It's 2 issues long instead of 1.
I don't think I've ever heard that long of an announcement where every single word in it was emphasized.
Because I'm tired and I have not had my sufficient amount of Pepsi.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yes, and
Right.
I can't sit next to this boy much longer.
So-
you know what? You're the one that wants
Brant!
to come on this show.
I know, I regret it every moment.
So-
Brant,
Oh.
Here's what I have going on.
thank you. Brant, I love you.
I love you too, man. Oh, shoot. All right. As for me, Last Number Press is going really well. We're still having orders come in for the books, getting a lot of feedback. We got review copies going out after San Diego Comic-Con because we thought about it and we were like, yeah, we probably don't want to send, we sent some to you guys, but, to some of our good friends and stuff like that. But we thought about, we don't want stuff to get lost during San Diego Comic-Con, overlooked, whatever. So we thought we would wait until after the dust has settled and do that. So if you guys are curious, be on the lookout because hopefully there will be some reviews coming to the interwebs very soon. But we've gotten a lot of positive feedback. We've got some things progressing story-wise on several different projects right now. So it's really cool. We got a production meeting coming up. And we got our first live show that's going to be at the end, towards the end of the month, with Chris, John, myself, and Lisa, all getting on there and just having a good time talking about what's going on and the future of Last Number Press. So you guys can check out more at lastnumberpress.com.
It's definitely a bright future.
Yeah.
For everybody involved and everybody reading.
Absolutely.
Read up on some Last Number Press books.
Yeah. Over on comicrelated.com, we are still posting farewell messages. As if you guys haven't heard yet, comicrelated.com officially decided to close our doors not too long ago, just towards the beginning of the month. And we've been posting farewell messages from all our contributors that have emailed in or left comments on Facebook or social media. And it's been really cool. It's been, a lot of people have said a lot of great things about the site and about us individually and collectively, and it's been really nice to read those comments and know that we actually had an impact on people's days, as they checked out the site. So that's really cool. So thank you very much for all you guys out there, in that regard. You guys, I want to. This is kind of a somber note. Want to send out thoughts and condolences, everything to Rob Davis, who is the co-host of the Airship 27 podcast. His mother passed away recently, and also to Tommy Hancock, who is a friend and did the Pulped podcast on comic related. His father passed away also this week. So, thinking about you guys and your families and everything. Wanted to put that out there. Okay, beyond Last Ember Press and comic related, I'm also doing some coverage for San Diego Comic-Con over on Comic Frontline. I'm writing a couple articles here and there, doing a couple of videos here and there as well. So stay tuned over there. We'll definitely be talking about all this stuff plus comics on the live show next week. So tune in Tuesday nights on Comic Frontline's YouTube channel. Let's see what else. In Zone 4 wise, we're talking about doing a Hall of Toys episode coming up soon, talking about all the toy announcements out of San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was saying we definitely have to, especially after seeing those Marvel Legends. We need to talk. Yes.
Yeah, it's not just Marvel Legends either. I've seen so much stuff.
Oh yeah, more than that. Yeah.
And also Hit Points. We're way behind, but we are going to do that E3 episode coming up soon. We just got a lot going on, a lot of stuff in the works, and I'm wrapping up some lettering on some other projects. But that's all Zone 4 wise. You'll join us back. We'll be back to our regular schedule 2 weeks from now. It'll be the other cast, Ron, Gordon, myself, and John, hopefully, if everybody's able to make it and we work it out. So stay tuned for that. Just watch zone4podcast.com or our Facebook page for updates on that. So with that, now it's time to close out the show. We would like to thank the official bands of Zone 4, the Raywall Band, and Society's Plague. They hear on the show each and every week. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for us, send those to zone4@comicrelated.com. We are proud members of the Comics Podcast Network. You can find us on comicspodcasts.com, zone4podcast.com, of course, comicfrontline.com, or the YouTube channel, iTunes, and Stitcher. And who knows, maybe more places to come. And with that, I think that said it all. If not, you guys will remind me. So, you are now leaving Zone 4. Remember, all who wander are not lost. Let the adventure begin. I am now randomly reading Skype statuses from my friends. Goodbye, all, and happy San Diego Comic-Con.
God bless you guys for living through this episode. And I bet you're really happy to be leaving.
Yeah, I don't know. Episode. I don't know how you guys made it, because I'm not sure how I made it either.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, Brant.
Thanks to Chuck Moore. We're really leaving now.
Chuck.
Someone get the lights. Turn the lights on.
Thank you.
Close the door. Bye.
This is only a test for the X-Men.
This has been a Gonzo Goose production.